Morning, everybody. It's a nice spring day. It's good to be here. It's American election. It's 5 weeks away. Outside my bedroom window is a noisy bird that I can't get rid of. It's like a maze. Mazes are interesting things. What I want to do there's a maze. You're stuck in the maze. It's very, very difficult. Copyright is a bit like that. You can be stuck in the maze. Some people say one thing to you, some people say another thing, some people say another thing, some people say another thing. But mostly, people sometimes get the wrong advice. They get caught in a maze. This could have been the first known case of copyright infringement. I want you to think of one word, everybody, one word when you hear the word copyright, first thing that comes to mind. Okay, let's start. No, we're going to go around the whole room. Let's start. Just one word. Okay, thank you. There's a legislative framework that we cannot change. And that's the thing that governs everything that you do in university, anywhere at home, anywhere. That's the framework. The Copyright Act is the centrepiece. You have a piece of paper there. I want you to open that paper up, have a look at the words, and then I'm going to go around the whole group and give me 2 bits of information about it. So just take a little time, think about it, check your word. If you're not sure, just say, I don't know. These things are very important to know. You can take a guess. Okay, let's start. Ready? Okay, Copyright Act? Yep. It's a centrepiece. Oh. Okay. Sheila?
I was looking it up actually. So I'm on section 28, so it's from 1968.
Okay. Section 28 is where you're allowed to show a video in class, a DVD. No problems.
Part VA or screen rights license.
Okay. Screen rights license. Does anyone know? Okay. Screen rights license allows you to tape, record shows on TV and show them online in views. The cow license? What was it again? The word. Okay, statutory licenses are the things that govern what you can do in the educational sector. It's law. It's actually a legal framework. Okay. Sort of. Okay.
Courts, copyright tribunal, treaties and agreements. So this is what happens.
Yeah. Yeah. Those things, the courts, international treaties, we are governed by those. So you have copyright here, here's the maze, all the different pieces.
I've got copyright agency, and I'm guessing that's some kind of regulatory body.
Okay, that body, the copyright agency, determines what you can put in for use, basically. It comes up an agreement. Universities Australia is in negotiation with them at the moment. And they're asking us for a lot of money. It governs the text you can put in, it governs artistic works, it governs pictures you can put in. Okay, Terry,
Sweet copyrights.
what do you think? Okay. Yep. Yep, Universities Australia. Okay, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Glover, he's the Chair of Universities Australia. Universities Australia is the body that negotiates with the Copyright Agency, screen rights, the broadcast and the music licence. They negotiate. Myself, copyright officers are part of Universities Australia. Our role is very much linked to that. Okay. Okay, what do you think? Don't know. Not sure. Okay. Show me the, because I can't see that. Okay. We'll get on to that later. Because I want to get through this very quickly.
Creative Commons, my understanding is if you use something under Creative Commons, you need to credit the license. It's more complex than that, right?
Yeah. Creative Commons is a form of copyright license. Basically it is. When you use Creative Commons images, you have to put, if you look at the license, you'll say to you, you have to put a link back to the license. If you don't do that, you're breaching the Creative Commons license. Show me the words. Show me. Okay, fair dealing. What do you think? Yeah. Okay, I'm a student. I go into the library. I photocopy or scan a chapter of a book. What do they do that under? Fair dealing for research or study. You can't use fair dealing to give material to students. Okay.
Section 200 AB.
Okay, does anyone know what that is? Anyone have any idea? Section 200AB is a special provision introduced by the Howard government to allow people to make copies of things, but it has to meet special requirements. If you have a YouTube video up there, people say I can link it. But if the link breaks, what you can do is using Section 200AB, you can then download that video, put a Section 200AB notice, that covers it. Okay.
Fair use. So that means without sharing materials with students.
Okay, fair use does not exist in Australian law. Fair use is a thing that exists in America.
Open education resources and open access resources. I'm assuming that's resources that you can share with me.
Yeah, but you can use. Yeah, open education resources.
It's library e-resources.
Yep. What do you think?
Mostly like they are copyrighted to be used for educational purpose.
Okay, library resources. You can't put PDFs of journal articles, book chapters that you use from the library up into views. All those library resources are negotiated by CORE, the Council of University Librarians. Anything you have access to, Herald, Sydney Morning Herald, Financial Review, all that is negotiated by CORE and a group called CEREC. You can put links to it, stable links, but you can't download it and put it up into views.
I love designing videos for Western Sydney University students, so I'm guessing it's taking into account everything that's sort of been talked about, copyright, 585 any kind of including those videos.
Yep, that's true. What do you think? Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your participation. Okay, these are things, these are stakeholders. The copyright agent is a big stakeholder. Remember, we're negotiating with them. They'll determine what you can do from next year, what you can use, text, the amount of text you can use, the artistic works you can use. All these other people, we're users of copyright material. We're also designers. Some people design copyright material. Copyright protects that stuff. All that material is protected. All that material is protected. By law, it is protected. Here's all the things. These are the things that determine what you can do in your classroom, in your lecture theatre, up in views. I'm not going to go through each of them. That's fair dealing. We don't have fair use in Australia. No such concept yet. No, the Productivity Commission, the Australian Law Commission, Reform Commission in 2 reports suggested we have fair use. The government at the moment has put those to the back. Copyright notices are important. Legislation, changes to the statutory licence could come in 2017. The government was supposed to introduce that with the Department of Communication and Arts now. The next sitting of Parliament, but it looks like it'll be later. They put it back. And important negotiations are happening, especially with the Copyright Agency, who controls, who manages text and artistic works. I'll keep you up to date on those changes. And just one other thing which I just want to show you a quick video, so I can't get it to play. It's there, but I can't get it to. Yeah, this one, just
You are alive during the fastest period of cultural evolution in human history. The internet allows billions of people to create, modify, mash up and share trillions of pieces of information instantaneously, simultaneously, collaboratively. In order for culture to evolve, it requires small, indivisible units of cultural transmission. Like cells and cells, these are then reproduced, refined and remade into something new. Everything is a remix in this cultural evolution. What if I told you that in Australia, this new way of sharing, communicating, memifying, remixing is illegal? Well, under Australian copyright law, it is, and no one knows it, so no one cares. Many countries, including the US, have a fair use provision in their copyright law, which allows a range of uses as long as they don't take revenue away from copyright owners or harm them in other ways. The big thing about fair use is you don't need a new specific exception every time some new technology or activity comes along. All kinds of creative acts are permissible as long as you're being fair. In Australia, our copyright law is the opposite. Unless the law specifically says you can do something, you can't. Full stop. But many of us do anyway. Copyright law is designed to encourage creativity, not stifle it. In Australia, we've got it wrong. We do have fair dealing provisions in our law. Fair dealing allows the use of other work when you're reporting the news, doing research or study, satirising or parodying, formally critiquing the content or giving legal advice. Otherwise, you cannot reproduce or modify anything. If you share these Photoshop pictures on your Facebook wall, only one of them is legal in Australia. If you guess the one on the left, then you're correct. The one on the left is satirical and a parody. The one on the right is just funny, but illegal. Here are some other things that are illegal under Australian copyright law. Making your own Mario Brothers costume, that's a breach. Playing music off your iPod at a funeral, that's a breach. Singing K-San in public, that's a breach. Creating a search engine in Australia would be impossible, that's a breach. While transferring a DVD you own to watch on your tablet is an offence, transferring a VHS tape is okay. Why? Because the law specifically says so. Yep, the law actually says videotape. Videotape. In Australia, we have Betamax laws from Google World. This is not about piracy. This is about culture. Piracy is about stealing. Culture is about creation. Prior to last century, culture was participatory. Everyone created, everyone consumed. People in turn spun their own stories, sang their own songs from others they had seen and heard. But recorded media changed all that. The last century saw culture become a product, something that was packaged, sold, consumed, and thrown away. But over the last 15 years, thanks to the internet and a massive drop in the cost of technology, participating in culture at a high level is possible. These silos for creativity are no longer the coffee shops and campfires, but are the web platforms and internet forums that breed extraordinary works every minute of the day. These digital places breed ferocious creativity and encourage the collision of ideas to create many works of culture that aren't made for commercial purposes, but made by amateurs for the love of them. Thanks to the internet, culture is once again about participation and not about being passive. It's nothing new for digital natives, it's just the way we tell stories. Everyone is a creator now. So as creators of digital culture, what can we do? Well, right now, Australian copyright laws are under review, and it's important to show our leaders just how creative we can be. Join the creationists now. Sign a petition to bring fair use to Australia, and post an example of transformative work that you've created for non-commercial use. It could be anything: videos, pictures, songs, mashups, lolcats, tweets, 3D printing, jokes, montages, collages, anything. Show our leaders that creativity is not a crime. Creationistas.com. For more examples of copyright hypocrisy, click on the videos below or go to creationistas.com.
Thank you.
Does anyone have any questions for Frank? No? Yep, Lisa?
Where do designers in the university go to look at to find out constraints?
That's all it is to me. Or some of the people who may have some interpretation of it. But if you come to me, you'll get the straight, the narrow, the correct answer. Technology, copyright, legislation is catching up to technology, but you have to realise we have a statutory legislative framework that is stuck in, like they say. And it's not going to change to the politicians, to Malcolm Turnbull, which the Department of Communication Arts changes the legislation. But I've sort of found all knowledge, but I try to spread that knowledge around, like things like this. And we have pages, a web page, I have a copyright policy, which is somewhere in the Netherlands. But what I advise people to do is always take caution when you do stuff. Make sure it fits into those statutory license, Creative Commons, everything like that when you put it up into views. Okay? That's all I can say.
So in terms of, the memes that are very popular at the moment, how, people grab an image and then put words over it and tend to be really funny.
Yeah.
So are they illegal?
Now, if you grab images and put into a PowerPoint or into a presentation or put up interviews, you have to put the Part 5 names. Images come under Part 5B. Except if they're Creative Commons, out of copyright, or what we call without copyright restriction, or they're open education resources. They can put those up in the views, no problem. You do that online. First, you can do everything online if you follow the I just repeat, but the lawyers told me from University of Australia and the negotiations we're having. I can tell you something. I went to a meeting the other day and it was a very interesting thing. The thing they found, they've done some deep drilling into data. I like to do it here actually. I like to go into the learning management system, pull out the data, log data. I like to actually see, not people's names, I like to see the use of material. This is quite interesting. This is what they found. Beginning of the year, LMS, students are highly using it. As the year goes by, the first week goes like that down. Exam comes along, goes up. Assignment goes down. Assignment comes along, goes up. End of the year, it goes up. So what people put in their reading of this, from this data we've been pulling out, not here, across a couple of universities, is showing that students only access a certain minority of reading.
Thank you.
Then if
So
I'd
much,
say-
Wayne. If you do have any questions,
Just
how to
email.
navigate through the
Just
copyright
email
names,
me.
just